All right, excellent. Well, good evening to all joining from Canada, and of course, good morning to our friends in India. Thank you for joining us today as we celebrate the achievements of winners of Pradeep Khare Memorial Scholarship 2022. My congratulations to the Khare family and their supporters for another year of creating memories and supporting excellence through these wonderful Khare scholarships. Now, before we announce the winners, and pass the floor back to the Khare family, let me say a few words about Pradeep's lasting legacy in the form of IC Impacts, and that's one of the reasons why IC Impacts is very proud to be involved with these scholarships and to host them as well. So in the remaining years of his life, Pradeep, who was a board member of IC Impacts, he dedicated all of his energy and focus towards nurturing our center called IC Impacts. And it's only with this vision and commitment and targeted efforts, I believe, that IC Impacts has now become an icon in the academic, not just academic, I should say, but also diplomatic and business circles. So thank you, Pradeep, for that wonderful legacy that you provided us. Now, but some of you may not know what IC Impacts is. So let me say a few words about its successes. And it kind of nicely weaves into Pradeep's memory, I think, what really IC Impacts has been able to accomplish. And I believe Pradeep would be rightfully proud of every achievement IC Impacts has had. I really call it the power of dreaming. And I think Pradeep, a dreamer as he was, he really saw this center actually become the wonderful conduit between Canada-India relationships. So what is IC Impacts? IC Impacts is a pan-Canadian and pan-Indian Canada-India Research Center of Excellence, funded by both governments now and hosted at the University of British Columbia. But of course, it's a virtual center, which has got over 262 faculty members participating. There are all 13 universities from Canada participating. From India, there's about 31 universities that are participating, 32 now are participating in this program. IC Impacts, it works in areas of water, infrastructure, food security, and public health. And this also is Pradeep's legacy, because Pradeep believed that these are the areas where our most critical, societal needs are. So well on this way to becoming a $100 million center now, IC Impacts has graduated nearly 1,000 PhD students already in the Canada-India space. And these students have collectively obtained over 30 Canada-India patents and launched 8 startups. So if you're interested in knowing what these startups have been, please visit our website, icimpacts.com. And Pradeep would be proud of each and every student IC Impacts has graduated. He really cared about graduate studies and students, at least in the sort of the international arena. Finally, Pradeep also believed in giving back. True to that spirit, IC Impacts has now installed 33 technologies in Indian cities and in Canada's First Nations. These technologies are providing clean water and sustainable housing in our First Nations communities. Think about that. This is, in fact, Canada, India working together to improve the lives of our First Nations here, I think, which is really wonderful legacy, Pradeep has left behind. So these are providing clean water and sustainable housing, reducing air pollution in New Delhi. We have a project right now with NCR region to reduce the pollution in New Delhi, monitoring railway bridges in Karnataka, and educating communities about vaccinations in Bihar, particularly right after the pandemic. We've been very active in working with communities which do not have access to, COVID vaccines, and we are sort of working towards that kind of benefits. So, as I said, this is all Pradeep's legacy, and we are greatly, greatly thankful to Pradeep for really giving it this wonderful kickstart to IC Impacts. And each and every student is Pradeep's legacy in our mind. So welcome to all, and now I'll pass the floor to the Khare family. Thank you again for the opportunity.
Thank you, Nemi, for your kind words, especially about Pradeep in regards to his work with IC Impacts. Hearing you all the good things about IC Impacts, yes, he would have been very, very happy to see how IC Impact is growing and doing well. Anyhow, good evening to everyone joining from Canada, USA, and good morning to all who are joining from India. It is my great pleasure to kick off this event to celebrate achievement. First and most importantly, the achievement of the excellent students receiving awards tonight. And second, the achievement of the growth of the Pradeep Khare Memorial Scholarship over the past 7 years. I actually, I just want to like to share about my recent visit to India after 3 years. It had been longer than usual due to the pandemic. I went to see my mother-in-law, who is going to be 96 this month. I am very happy to see her doing very well, even at her age. Despite the fact that she misses her beloved son Pradeep very much, she always tell me to be happy and look after myself. She always give me strength and happiness when I talk to her. She is very proud of the scholarship. She told me that Vidya Dan, who don't know what is Vidya, is the education, is the best kind of Dan. Over to you, Nitin.
Thank you. And it's truly an honor to be here tonight to share with all of our friends and family our 7th year for the scholarship. What makes it most exciting for us is being able to help such worthy students year after year. Those of you who have read the biographies of our winners this year and or those of our past winners know that we are helping students who will undoubtedly have a strong impact in the world in the future. And that is why it is also exciting to have some past winners here to speak this evening about where they are now in their journey. I know my father will continue to be proud of this scholarship and what it stands for. As we mentioned before, this scholarship mirrors his journey to Canada, and these students share similar financial struggles that he did. Through this process, we hear of all the incredible achievements of applicants despite the continued financial uncertainty that our applicants often face. I wanted to share a recent study that was done in Australia about financial stress faced by international students. Individuals were grouped by level of financial stress they face: secure, moderate, high, and extreme. Questions included, I find myself often worrying about paying the rent each week. And in the past year, have you ever felt you could become homeless? On this slide, the question was, quite often I go without necessities like food so I can pay for my accommodation. Here you can see that those grouped in the extreme stress category of financial stress often went without necessities like food to pay for rent. Another Canadian study found that approximately 40% of post-secondary students are food insecure, and that international students are significantly more vulnerable to being food insecure. In Dad's book, An Immigrant's Tale, when he talked about financial struggle, it's in the context of the stress that financial struggles can cause for a student in a new country. With that stress, it can impact the energy and ability for a student with immense potential to be able to pursue their achievements. I believe for Dad, it would not be just the financial assistance that would make him proud, but rather thinking about how much more these students can contribute and achieve when we alleviate the financial stress, or at least help to. The impact we've had through our family's annual contribution and the help of our donors for additional awards, we've been able to award $43,000 to 27 students since 2016. It's amazing. Thank you to all of our family, friends, donors, and IC Impacts for support in allowing my family to continue to administer the scholarship. Mom, over to you. Mom, you're on mute.
So sorry, I always do that. Thank you, Nitin. I'm proud of our family, Nitin, Nikisha, and myself for continuing the legacy of Pradeep in terms of community service. Pradeep was very much involved in giving back to the community, involved in organizations such as the Water Environment Foundation, BC Water and Waste Association, Association of Professional Engineers, IC Impact, and the Association of Professional Engineers and Affiliation of Multicultural Societies and Service Agencies of BC, volunteering alongside his professional career. This inspired me to give back to the community through this scholarship, as well as the volunteering with few different organizations, such as Canadian Red Cross Emergency Management and serving as a president of Vancouver Council of Women, etc. I'm very proud to say that my children, Nitin and Nikisha, are doing community service work alongside their professional work too. Thank you both. It gives me so much pride and joy to read students' applications and learn about the wonderful work they are doing for their communities. Very happy to see their applications. Over to you, Nikisha.
Thank you. I'll get you to flip to the next slide. Over the years, we have been able to reach an increasing applicant base of very accomplished and compassionate students. This is a composite of all of our winners over the last 7 years. These individuals, through their professional and their volunteer work, are aspiring to solve many of the pertinent problems the world is facing, be it issues of racial and gender inequality and other forms of oppression, social exclusion and human rights, health and technology challenges, and environmental issues, to name a few. We really look forward to seeing their commitment and passion unfold into meaningful change for various parts of our society. Through our applicants, we have been able to really witness the positive multiplying effects of our scholarship through all the incredible work that they are doing. Our applicants are international students studying at universities in Canada. As my brother talked about, this often means that their tuition is higher and they faced added financial pressures. In many parts of Canada, the funding international students receive is just not enough to meet basic living costs. In addition, they are subject to rules and restrictions as part of their immigration status. And then there is the extreme social challenge of moving to a new country with a new culture and way of doing things, and having limited time to adjust and settle in, while also excelling in very rigorous academic programs. Post-secondary studies are hard at the best of times, but I imagine how much harder it would be to do that in a new place with little financial security, a lot of uncertainty, and none of your family and friends and support networks to support you. Many of the students we've met who have been here a few years have talked about setting up supports for their peers who are new international students, so that newcomers don't have to go through the same struggles that they did and can have more support in the transition. And I think this really speaks to the community-minded nature of the individuals we've had the pleasure of meeting through the scholarship. While we know it cannot alleviate all the stresses students face, we hope that this award provides some encouragement and support to tackle some of the barriers that students face in achieving their goals. While we really enjoy reading about the accomplishments of applicants, we also have a very, very difficult task of selecting awardees. Applicants must answer 5 short essay questions with focus on community involvement, service, career aspirations, leadership, and promoting cultural exchange. We get anywhere between 50 to 100 applications per year and spend over 50 hours combined evaluating and scoring each application with 2 independent reviews. We then shortlist applicants based on their scores and carry out virtual interviews and collect references. Today, we are really proud to be here to offer 5 scholarships to exceptional people. I'll pass it back to my mom.
Thank you, Nikisha. Before we move on to announcing the winners, we would like to take this opportunity to especially thank our donors. Donations allows us to offer more awards in addition to the awards our family fund every year. Given the number of exceptional candidates we reviewed this year, we are very grateful to our donors whose generous contribution allowed us to help more students. This year, we would like to thank Alexa Delhi, Anjali Atal Gupta on behalf of the Atal family in loving memory of Anand S. Atal. I have one anonymous. Ashok and Anuradha Nigam in memory of brother-in-law Pradeep Khare. The Estes family, Catherine Bikoi and Sanjay Khare. Gautam and Meenu Lohia in memory of Gautam's father, Rajendra Lohia. Neil and Teresa Ahuja, Ravi and Shobha Mathur. We're going to move forward to now, we'll present the awards. We have 5 awards to present, ranging from 1,000 to 2,500. We are pleased to award $1,000 award to Paloma Bhattacharya.
Sorry. Paloma Bhattacharya is pursuing her master's degree in anthropology at SFU. Prior to this, she studied history at Delhi University, India. Her master's project studies the relationship of agrarian communities with free-ranging elephants in Assam, northeastern India. The project is guided by her larger interest in examining the shifting relationship between different life forms, including humans, that marks the present ecological crises, the specific vulnerabilities of some human communities to them, and how we are compelled to rethink some of the fundamental premises of societal and political relationships in light of these transformations.
We are pleased to award the...
Sorry, is Paloma here? We want to invite her to say a couple of words for a couple minutes.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. I'm Paloma, and a very good morning from India. Thank you for the introduction. I wish to take this opportunity to thank the Khare family for selecting me for this award. I'm very grateful, and it's an honor for me to be selected for this. So thank you so much. This scholarship will be very significant and pivotal for me to further my research, and I earnestly hope that my work can uphold the ideas and values that the Pradeep Khare Awards stands for. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paloma. We are pleased to award the $1,250 award to Kanav Mehra.
Kanav is a master's student in computer science at the University of Waterloo. His research interests lie in the domain of artificial intelligence and computational social science, especially where these methods can be applied to derive insights for governance, policymaking, and human system interactions. His current research is focused on designing fair and proportional deliberation and voting mechanisms for elections in participatory democratic processes, with the objective of improving minority representation in public decision-making and local governance. Previously, he worked on building scalable methods that leverage social media data to assist relief operations during disasters and emergencies. He also volunteered as a data scientist for the Data Science for Social Good Foundation and the International Water Management Institute to help his community impacted by a devastating cyclone. Following his graduate studies, he seeks a career as a quantitative researcher in collaboration with governments, nonprofits, and other public interest institutions. Kanav, over to you.
Thank you. This is Kanav. Good evening to everyone, and thank you everyone for being here. I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank the Khare family and everyone else involved in this process for organizing the scholarship and taking the time to acknowledge and review my work and everybody else's work. The scholarship itself gave me a chance to learn about Pradeep sir's impact, contribution, and vision towards generally impactful work in community engagement. It was quite inspiring to learn about everything that he had achieved during his lifetime and how the Khare family are taking it forward and enabling other people to follow the same path. The scholarship will be personally help me significantly in my research, both financially and advance my research in other ways as well. Finally, I would like to once again thank everybody involved. I am proud to be a part of this glorious and prestigious community. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kanav. We are pleased to award the 1500 award to Mathili Devdas.
Mathili Devdas is a PhD student at UBC. Her research focuses on alleviating human-wildlife conflict in India through a socio-economic and ecological lens. One of her research goals is to work with communities affected by this conflict to come up with long-term mitigation solutions. Mathili is also deeply involved in community work and has worked in animal adoption and wildlife rehabilitation centers. Her previous volunteering includes fundraising for medical equipment to be distributed at old age homes. She also helped provide employment to women from local communities in Vellore, India, by showcasing their art at college festivals and has been actively involved with an NGO for the people with mental and physical disabilities, inspired by her mother's work as a social worker. Mathili, are you?
Yeah. Can I go?
Yes, please. Yes.
Good evening and good morning to everyone. I would first like to take this opportunity to thank the Khare family and IC Impact for establishing this scholarship, and to all the donors for making this possible. It is an honor to be chosen as a recipient of this scholarship. This is a motivation to continue to persist towards my goals and is a gentle reminder to continue to keep giving back to society. Most importantly, it is an opportunity to reflect on myself and for me to strive to be a better human being. I consciously believe in the concept of paying it forward and realizing that I am privileged and able to pursue my dreams at one of the best universities in the world. I aspire to be of service to the community in every way I can. Congratulations to all the recipients of the award. And once again, I'd like to thank the evaluation committee. It is a moment of pride that in some way we are able to carry forward the legacy of Dr. Pradeep Khare. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mathili. We are pleased to award the 2000 award to Sahib Singh Tulsi.
Sahib is a PhD candidate in educational anthropology at UBC. He is currently pursuing ethnographic fieldwork in India, where he is working with Adivasi tribal youth to understand how they interpret the multiple identities they negotiate in their everyday experiences in urban educational spaces. He has been involved in different kinds of fieldwork in India, where he has also facilitated workshops on development, state and conflict, writing, and anti-oppression. His prior training in economics and development studies has helped him in cultivating his aspirations of advancing his scholarly work, as well as his local grassroots activism and writing about people's lived experiences. In the future, he wants to be a part of social movements and work with organizations involved in advocacy on Adivasi issues. Sahib?
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, okay. Hi, everyone. So it fills me with immense gratitude to be present here amongst all of you and have an opportunity to speak with you. So right now I'm in the middle of my ethnographic fieldwork in a town in central India, and I'm still relatively new to long-term ethnographic fieldwork. And it's the past few months have been very exciting and challenging and novel all at the same time. So there could really not have been a better time for this beautiful surprise gift of Pradeep Khare Memorial Scholarship. It was, to be honest, it was like a gentle pat of recognition on my back, which I did not even realize I needed. The financial aspect of it is invaluable for sure, but there's so much more to it. It is this award has given me the encouragement to push myself in my PhD fieldwork, keep my enthusiasm going, and work towards fulfilling my aspirations. And for this cherished gift, once again, I want to sincerely thank each member of the Khare family. I was also particularly moved because of the application process and the questions I had to work through. I mean, they were really thoughtful questions which compelled me to reflect keenly on my personhood. The process also rekindled clarity on some of the motivations that actually brought me to a PhD program in educational anthropology. The clarity which can sometimes get hazy because of the long drawn and immersive nature of a PhD program. So thank you so much for supporting me and us and helping us sustain our self-confidence, Khare family. Thank you so much. And it's been an honor. Thank you.
You're on mute again, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Sahib. We are pleased to award the 2500 award to Mohit Dudeja.
Mohit is an international student from Delhi, India, working on his PhD in educational studies at Lakehead University in Thunder Bay. For his research, he aims to explore the experiences of queer Indian students enrolled in post-secondary programs in Canada. Previously, Mohit acquired a BTech in computer science engineering, a Bachelor of Social Work, a PhD diploma in management, and an MA in education. Mohit is the founder of MendLife Foundation, a volunteer-based nonprofit organization in India. He works to provide mental health support to marginalized communities in India and in Thunder Bay. Over to you, Mohit.
Thank you, Nitin. I came to theory because I was hurting. The pain within me was so intense that I could not go on living. I came to theory desperate, wanting to comprehend, to grasp what was happening around and within me. Most importantly, I wanted to make the hurt go away. I saw in theory then a location for healing. This is a quote from my academic crush, Bell Hooks. Good morning and good evening to a respective audience from India and Canada. I'm honored and humbled to be here today as the first place recipient of the 2022 Pradeep Khare Memorial Scholarship. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the Khare family and IC Impacts for honoring me with this prestigious award. The Pradeep Khare Scholarship is not only a financial aid for my education, but also a recognition of my hard work and dedication towards research and community service. The soul of Pradeep Khare ji must be proud and delighted to see their family continuing this great philanthropic work, which takes inspiration from their contributions to education and support of young people's academic pursuits. I would also like to take an opportunity to thank all my professors, especially Dr. Gerald Walton and Dr. Sindhu Mathai, for their unwavering support and encouragement. My younger sister Manisha has taught me to be fearless and courageous. My older sister Sakshi is my biggest inspiration. My family and my best friend Tanisha are my biggest support and cheerleaders. Without them, I would not be where I am today. Once again, I would like to take an opportunity to thank the scholarship committee for this incredible honor. I will always be grateful for this opportunity, and I'll do my best to make everyone proud who believed in my potential. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mohit. Over to you, Nikisha.
Congratulations, everybody. It was just really great to hear from you again. The last time we met was at the interview, and really a big congratulations to all of you. So I now have the great pleasure of introducing 3 of our past first place winners. I'm really excited to hear from them about their journeys since we last spoke, which was several years ago. So I'd first like to invite Atul Jaiswal. I believe he is now Dr. Jaiswal as he's finished his PhD. He won the first award in 2016, and he really set our expectations very, very high. I remember Atul was very dedicated to addressing disability and justice in India, working to improve the lives of people who are disabled. Atul, over to you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for having me here. I think it's my immense pleasure to be the inaugural sort of like person who got the first scholarship. And I would say that I was touched by the Khare sir's, like the whole idea of giving back to the community. So though I did some work back home in India, but still when I landed in Canada, I was first trying to focus my route, like establish myself. So okay, maybe I'll first sort of tell you where I am right now. So I finished my PhD in 2019, and then I'm doing my postdoctoral fellowship at University of Montreal. My research is all about trying to understand the challenges of older adults, like older Canadians, who have concurrent hearing and vision loss. Because if you have hearing and vision loss going on, how hard it would be for you to follow the COVID-19 protocols, use masks and everything else, and then access healthcare. That's my line of research right now. So, but coming back to the Khare Scholarship and how it changed my life, I think I was very much touched by Khare sir's idea of giving back. So that, like, I think it was the only scholarship that was available to Indian students or students of Indian origin. So when I found this opportunity, I applied, and then found, obviously with the help of the Khare family and their generous support, I became the first person to receive. And I think since then that idea was always there, that how I can then continue something like this. So at Queen's University, I started, like, along with some of my friends, we started Association of Indian Graduate Students at Queen's, which is helping us sort of providing peer-to-peer support to every Indian student who is coming from India to Queen's and even other sort of parts of other universities. So it's like a WhatsApp group that is created, and now we have 500 plus members. So with this, so what I'm trying to say that the seed came from Khare sir's whole idea, like from all of you. So I'm very grateful to that. And now with this, like, whole legacy is continuing. I hope that sometime soon I'll be also try to sort of join this donor sort of family, and then be a part of the person who could continue to support others who are in the same boat. So I'll stop here. I'll let others speak, but it's my honor, and it's again it's immense sort of gratitude feeling for Khare sir and the whole family. I cannot thank you enough. That's all I'll say. Thank you.
Thank you, Atul. Nice to hear from you. Next, I'd like to invite Anupama Sharan, who won our 2017 award. At the time, I remember she was working on scientific advancements in waste management and how waste could be repurposed to solve particular problems, which results in less environmental damage, of course. Looking forward to hearing from you, Anupama.
Thank you, Nikisha. Can everybody hear me okay? Yeah. Yeah, we have to do these mandatory checks ever since we've been all on these calls. Thank you so much for having me today. And it has definitely been a while since I reconnected with the awards and the admin, but I think echoing what Atul said, at the time when I was applying in 2017, it definitely stood out as one of the very few opportunities available for Indian graduate students. But also what really set it apart was awarding not just academic merit, but also the sense of giving back to the community in a positive way. And that is, I think, what really sets apart this opportunity. And it sets a very good example every year. Every year, I make sure that I read the winners' profiles, and it is just so heartwarming to see all the recognition that comes their way. So a little about myself. I am hopefully wrapping up my PhD soon. So I'm in the writing state right now, doing my PhD in chemical engineering at the University of Toronto. When I got this award, I was finishing up my master's in chemical engineering at UBC. So I've been on the other side of the country for the past 4+ years now. And it has just been a really fantastic journey. What Nikisha said, my research focuses on environmental biotechnology. And during my master's, I was looking at exploring waste microbial communities so that we could get useful enzymes from them. And since then, in my PhD, I have moved towards using those enzymes to make more sustainable biomaterials. And the idea is that we hopefully transition to a more bio-based and sustainable economy where polymers, fuels, products that we use in daily life would be sourced from renewable substances rather than fossil fuel-based products. So I think thinking just about the award, and since then, I don't know if Atul remembers, but he is just so generous. I had reached out to him even before applying to just get an idea about, what to expect during the application. And the application in itself was quite intense. I don't know how it has changed since then, but for an applicant, it felt to me as a really good opportunity to even reflect on a lot of important questions, that related to me as a person, my journey, and also what motivated me to carry on the research that I'm doing right now. So I think really kudos to the Khare family for putting together such an insightful, I would say, awarding experience for the applicants. And going forward, I think similar to what Atul said, I really want to be in a position where I support the community. My volunteer experience has mostly been with working as a grad student for grad students in different universities. So I co-founded and I was the president of the graduate chapter of Society of Women Engineers at the University of Toronto. And I'm very passionate about advocacy for women and also minorities in STEM generally. So working for students gives me a lot of motivation and satisfaction, because just to all the grad students out there who've started, it is not easy, and it is okay to accept that it is a challenging part of your time. So make sure that you're doing your research, but you're also focusing on yourself and finding these different communities within grad school that can really support you mentally when you need it the most. So yeah, I think I'll stop there, and back to you, Nikisha. Thank you.
Thank you, Anupama. Great to hear about all the work you're doing, and good luck with finishing the last bit of the PhD. Finally, I'd like to invite Shikha Gupta, who I believe has also completed her PhD. So Dr. Gupta, who won our 2018 scholarship. I remember through her academic and professional and extracurricular endeavors, she was working towards health equity for populations such as children with disabilities. So I'm excited to hear what you're up to now. Over to you, Shikha.
Thank you, Nikisha. Good morning and good evening to the respected Khare family, the IC Impact administrator, and my fellow colleagues. It's an honor to come back. It's a nostalgic feeling to be here on this amazing ceremony, and thank you for honoring us. So a little bit about myself. So right now I am working as a federal employee for Statistics Canada as economic and social analyst, where I am working on the social determinants of health and health inequality analysis, and looking why people who are not so well, what are the gaps in their health outcomes, and what are the factors, social factors that derive those facts. I would like to share something about how the scholarship helped me to come to this stage where I am right now. So when I received the scholarship, it was one of the first scholarships that I received. And apart from helping me financially, it established me as a scholar, and it helped me to gain 7 different scholarships after I received the Pradeep Khare scholarship, because I got succeeded at this scholarship. It helped me to make my resume more stronger, and I received Ontario Graduate Scholarship for the 2 times. I received World Fellowship Award, Delta Kappa Gamma Fellowship Award from the USA, and few other scholarships. And in the end, when I finished my PhD in 2020, I received the Best Health Sciences Thesis Award, which is also called as Governor General Gold Medal for the Best Health Sciences Thesis. So I would say Pradeep Khare Scholarship made me feel confident enough that I could apply for the subsequent scholarships, and it helped me to prove myself as a student and a scholar. My PhD got ended in 2020, and then I pursued a postdoc at University of Montreal. On the personal front, everybody would be surprised to know that I'm married to Atul Jaiswal, who was the first inaugural scholarship holder, and we now have a almost 4-year daughter who you can see on the screen with Atul. So yeah, that's all about me, and I'm again very thankful to the Khare family for giving us this honor, and meet all the wonderful students who have received the scholarship for this year, and I'm sure they have very bright future. Thank you.
any role of Pradeep Khare Scholarship in this union?
So we met actually, before we came to Canada. So we know each other for last 16 years, but definitely Pradeep Khare Scholarship also had a good role in establishing a marital harmony, because it proved that we chose each other, which was a good decision. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my God, my heart is jumping. I'm so proud to hear all these previous winners. They're doing so well and have done so well. And this scholarship meant a lot to them and helped them in their career. Thank you all for speaking tonight. With that, we would like to draw this ceremony to a close. Thank you to Dr. Nemi Banthia for your unwavering support. We are also very grateful to Freya for her support throughout the scholarship cycle and in organizing tonight's event. We very much value your partnership and commitment to helping us honor Pradeep and students. It was a treat to hear from some of our previous winners. As I said earlier, my heart was jumping and I almost crying, to hear their success, to learn how well they continue to do in their pursuits. We wish all of them success in future. Thank you everyone for joining this event and supporting the students in their achievements. Thank you again to our donors. Congratulations to winners, and we look forward to hearing about your ongoing accomplishments and contributions to your communities. Thank you, everyone. Good night and have a good day for those who are joining from India. Take care and stay safe. Thank you all.